This bike can lock securely without fully lowering the seat post. The secret to this smooth roll, it is built to take those heavy recurring hits while keeping your roll incredibly smooth and safe. Welcome back everyone, our boy here again. So we have been receiving a ton of inquiries regarding what is new with TAKACHIA. So here is the first piece of good news we have received for them. Their 2026 version, Aluminium version Trifold bicycle, and what type of enhancements they have already made to the bikes. So in this episode, or in this part 1, I'll be going over some of the more major enhancements that have been made. Firstly, let's talk about what type of performance enhancements that have already been made. So, as all of you might know, or some of you who don't know, the rim hubs, the bearings, and also the crankset are critical for a bike as they directly affect the efficiency and the speed retention of said bicycle. Let me go over what TAKACHIA already has in the rim hubs, or more specifically, the bearings. So, bearings, they're quite small, but they actually play a very critical role in the performance of your bike because they directly affect the rolling resistance. So, bearings, they cost anywhere from a few dollars all the way to a few hundred. So, they're not all the same. Bearings are distinguished not only by material, like standard steel or ceramic, but also by the type of load they are designed to handle. So different bearings can have a big difference in performance. You can think of it like the engine in a car. Nothing else really matters anymore if you have an inferior engine for your car. Now, the secret to this smooth roll is in the bearings. These ones, they are ceramic, vertically optimized and rated up to 130 kilograms. On top of all of that, to make sure it stays reliable over the longer haul, they have also over-engineered the structure as well, ensuring long-term reliability, safety, and smooth performance. Besides that, the entire axle and the hub casing have been upgraded to AL7075 aluminium too. Why? Well, because it gives you much more strength, but it keeps it lightweight and also provides total proofing. It is built to take those heavy recurring hits while keeping your roll incredibly smooth and safe. It's not just about the stats, guys. It's about making a ride long-term effortless and safe by just investing once. The 2026 version comes with a customized crankset with tweaked dimensions. So, the previous crankset was already designed with high efficiency in mind, while also being tested and proven. Here, you can see a test TAKACHIA did on their previous crankset. So as you can see, the previous results were already fantastic. But now, with the customized crankset along with the ceramic high efficiency bearings of the 2026 version, you really have to test it out for yourself to feel how wholesome everything is. Also, many trifolds face an issue where the left crank arm can actually loosen over time and drop off. So while some affordable options exist, they may not be safe in the long term. But with TAKACHIA's customized crankset, the risk is eliminated. So, ensuring safety and also smooth riding for the riders. Many trifolds can only lock when their seat post is fully lowered. This bike can lock securely without fully lowering the seat post. This is possible because of a specialized mechanism that allows the seat to lock even in its pushing position. So it allows seamless transitioning from carrying to pushing. Also, the anti-chain drop system has been double enhanced, greatly reducing the risk of a chain dropping even when it's folded or unfolded. Importantly, you don't need to change the gears too before you fold. As many users have told us that a lot of trifolds in the market, you need to change the gear to the smallest range before you fold, which can be very inconvenient. But with this bike, you can fold at any gear. Next, a lot of trifold owners, or a lot of users in general, they will overlook an important component of the trifold bike, which is the EasyView rear rack. This rear rack itself is able to support up to 30 kilograms of weight. On some trifolds, the frame can actually deform or even snap from you just pushing and folding the bike over the long term. Even if you're someone that you don't really slam the bike very hard when you're folding, so this can actually be quite a concern. But with TAKACHIA's bikes, that concern is no more because you can have the peace of mind knowing that the rack is built to last. The 30 kilogram weight limit is mainly there for folding support, but of course, you can use the rack to strap on bags when you go cycling. Now, I'm going to be talking about something that some of you may not be too familiar with, which is the stem bolt. So what is a stem bolt? The stem bolt is the biggest bolt in the bike that can be found within the stem. The stem bolt is a key part that needs to withstand a ton of force because it directly supports the handlebar and your steering. So, some of you may have noticed that the stems on some bicycles, they will loosen over time. This is actually because the stem bolt strength is not enough. Hence why over time, it will gradually loosen. Worst case is when the stem bolt is actually fully rusted, which is surprisingly a pretty common problem. So worst case, the bolt is stuck there permanently and you are unable to remove it. And then you are permanently stuck with a loose stem. For 2026, TAKACHIA has upgraded this bolt into full titanium. So not only is titanium completely rust-proof, it is also very strong, able to withstand the harshest of pressures with no issues at all. No deformation, no cracking, no bending. So this is very significant because it just gives the riders peace of mind that they don't have to deal with the hassle or the costs to change out this bolt in the long term. By the way, the bolt costs 12 times more, but the cost increase will not be passed on to the customers. So I'd say it's quite a worthwhile investment. So that is it for part 1. So next video, we'll be showing you guys the other enhancements that were made that are not so major but are still enhancements nonetheless. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. I'll wait out. Wait.